Hey, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect who firmly believe on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now, the title of this lesson is going to be Follow the Money to Realize What Time You're In. Follow the money to realize what time you're in. Now, I wanted to play this video, but I'm not sure if they'll give me a strike for re-uploading CNBC International's channel. So, you guys can pretty much watch this for yourself. However, you can see in the title where it says why central banks want to launch digital currencies. You know what I'm saying? And we know that this all roads lead to the microchip, in which we know to be the MOB. Pursuing a Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, all the way on down to verse 18. You know what I'm saying? Because, we got a lot of this cryptocurrency, being brought to the forefront, if you will. And a lot of these banks are actually getting geared up and ready for it. There's Goldman Sachs. They're actually investing in cryptocurrency. You got the Rothschilds. They pretty much own 10% of particular coins. So a lot of this what they call CBDC, central bank digital currency, we see it being more prevalent, within our society. That's why it's important to follow the money. You know what I'm saying? Because when you follow the money, you realize what time that we're actually living in, right? So that's why the scriptures speak upon, the money, And let me get a particular scripture where it reads, everything got to be just, man. Everything got to be just. Going back to the law, right? It says, this is Leviticus chapter 19. Verse 35, it says, ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in weight, or in measure. Just balances, just weights, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get into the Federal Reserve note, also known as the U.S. dollar. Is essentially is wicked because when you have a currency, it has to be backed, by something, in order for it to be a just weight, a just balance. Now, going back to 1971, when they took the gold standard, out of the Federal Reserve note, the U.S. currency, that's when your debt, if you will, began to increase at an alarming rate. Now, that was all set up by design. That was all set up by design because essentially, the elites of the society want they want everything to go digitally, So we at the point now to where we, America and other surrounding countries have accumulated so much debt that the only alternative for it to happen is to go digital. Now before that happens, on a grand scale, we're going to have to face something called hyperinflation, because hyperinflation is pretty much where they inflate the dollar, if you will, to keep it circulating, to keep the dollar alive. But there's going to come a time to where it's going to be to no avail, and everything's pretty much going to go digital. Now here it is, you got a lot of these people in politics, in positions of power, they're telling a lot of individuals not to invest in cryptocurrency and everything like that. Meanwhile, they're investing in the cryptocurrency because they want to keep the playing field, in their favor, so to speak, right? But it says, but we that are in the know, even though it may come to a time to where you may have to use cryptocurrency, I'm not sure, I'm not certain, but the way, you pay attention to the news and everything like that, the financial news, you may or may not have to use cryptocurrency as a form of payment, but we know the end game is that microchip, and they're going to find a way how are you actually going to measure a crypto? What's a crypto going to be equivalent to? So everything that this Edomite does is sinister. Everything that this Edomite does is against the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And we of the hopeful elect got to have the understanding that we're going to be taken care of regardless. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be taken care of regardless. So let me read verse 36 again. It says, just balances, just weighs, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your power, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. And that's also interest. You know what I'm saying? Interest is wicked according to, the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. If you borrowed $20, you should pay back $20. There's no reason why if you borrowed $20, you got to pay 5% interest or 6% interest or 7% interest on top of that $20 that you borrowed. But that's how that's what Edom exercises, the so-called white man today. That's what he exercises, and in turn, that's how he gets rich. Like the scriptures say, what's that in increase in riches? Let me see. This is Psalm chapter 73, verse 12. It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. If you tax interest on a form of a payment, you know what I'm saying? And the end result is you increase it in riches. But that's an ungodly act, so to speak. That's an ungodly act, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So the scriptures are here for guidance. The scriptures is here for how we should conduct ourselves. And once you go contrary to that, then that's when, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is justified in bringing judgment upon you. All right? Let me get scripture. What's that? Sirach 31. Sirach 31. What's that? Might be 5. Sirach 30. Sirach 31:1. It says, watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof drive away sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you constantly on a paper chase. You driving away sleep, you're being consumed. It says, watching care will not let a man slumber, as a sore disease breaketh sleep. The rich have great labor in gathering riches together, and when he resteth, he is filled with his delicates. The poor laboreth in